We should move to next talker. Now, Dr. Hadi from University of Glasgow. The topic is ultrasensitive magnetic sensor in medical microsystem. Welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Simin. So it's a pity that Hadi cannot join today. So I will present on behalf of Dr. Hadi, so my supervisors. And the topic today is regarding the miniaturized and ultrasensitive magnetic sensors for the in biomedical applications. Currently the magnetic-based biomedical microsystems is very bulky, costly, and consume much power. And if you look at from these four figures that's normally utilized in the hospital, they are not only require temperature control environments, but also needs the bulky and expensive magnetic shield rooms. So our version in our lab is to minimize this platform to the wearable and implantable factors. So as you can see, for the first applications, we are working on the lab-on-chip diagnostics, for example, for DNA detection and also for the malaria parasites. And the second one is the human-machine interfacing. So we detect the magnetic signal produced by our human body, like human arm, human muscle, nerve, and human brain. And a third one is called wearable imaging applications. We detect the signal from human brain. So this figure is showing that it's from my review paper that the colorful part is the biomagnetic signal produced by our human body, like muscle, brain, and heart, and also nerve. And with surrounding Earth's magnetic fields and also environmental magnetic noise. So this one compare the signal level with the state-of-art magnetic sensing technologies. So today I will introduce the spintronic sensors that will have highly miniaturized and ultrasensitive with low power consumptions, and also can be operated at room temperature. So the spintronic sensor is based on the thin film technologies, and the Hall effect sensor is the most common used magnetic sensors because it's due to its low cost. And with the development of the physics and the materials, the spintronic sensor is developed from the AMR sensor to GMR to nowadays TMR sensors. We call it ternally magnetoresistive sensors. And from the bottom side, you can see that the principle of the TMR spintronic sensor is just like a sandwich structures. They have three layers: the pin layer, free layer, and in the middle is the barriers. So the pin layer, that means the magnetization is fixed when the device is manufactured. And the free layer means the direction of the magnetization is changing with the external magnetic field. So you can see that this is the response curve of this kind of sensors. If you operate sensor, if you operate sensor, the two layers are in the same directions. So this kind of sensor can be used for angle sensors to detect the external magnetic fields. But if you operate the two layers in the 90-degree, so that can be operated as the linear magnetic field sensors. So the output of the TMR sensor is about 75 times higher than AMR and about 23 times higher than GMR sensors. So, and before you design this kind of sensors, you need to know that what you want to achieve. So from this slide shows the physics and mathematics behind this kind of sensors. So because we need to know the limit of detections, how small the magnetic field this sensor can detect. So the noise level will determine the sensor's AOD, limit of detections. So we divide it into the low frequency noise and high frequency noise. For the low frequency noise, so the total sensor area should be maximized, and for the high frequency noise, the total resistance should be minimized, and also we need to maximize the sensitivity. In the brief summary, that's the overall performance of the spintronic sensor will be in the large area of large area of sensors. So this slide shows our fabricated sensors with our collaborators. So as you can see that the sensor array is mounted on the CMOS wafer, and it integrated with sensor interface, including the analog front ends, analog to digital converter, and also the signal digital processing units. So as I mentioned, so the two important advantage of spintronic sensor for this is that can be operated at room temperature, and also it can operate without the bulky and expensive shield rooms. And due to the low cost of VLSI implementations, so this can achieve the very high input impedance and also can achieve the on-chip noise cancellations with ultra low power consumption and also with a very small physical size. So the right side figure shows that the 3D view of the how you can integrate the spintronic sensor array with its analog front-end circuit. So this is the real figure that we fabricated. So the size is 4 multiply 6 millimeter, so it's very small. With to overcome the 1 over f low frequency noise, the 1102 elements are connected in series, and each TMR element are in the 100 multiply 100 micrometer. So so this shows the figures under the microscope, and if you look at the red block, it shows the barrier surrounding by the ferromagnetic materials. So in a nanoscale, yeah. And this is the figure shows that the sensor array with the electrical pads. And this is what I mounted on the PCB boards and with the wire bonding. As after you design this kind of sensors, you need to validate the sensor performance. So this is my experimental setup. So I utilized the two methods to cancel the Earth's surrounding noise. So with these cages, if you look at these cages, so I utilize the compensation technique. They can cancel the 3 direction of the Earth's magnetic field in real time. And also in the middle is our customized double shared tubes. So finally, so you can see that the inside of the tubes can remain magnetic field inside of tubes is only in the 4 nanotesla. So it's really extremely small to validate our sensor performance. So this page shows our sensor response curve. And first one shows that this is the Mayer curve of resistance change of the sensors when we apply the external magnetic fields. And from the sensitivity and noise figures, so we can see that the 1 over f noise is dominant the sensor limit. So the minimum magnetic field this kind of sensor can detect is approximately 20 picotesla at 100 hertz. So if we convert the signal to the frequency domain by FFT, you can see that at a certain frequencies, such as 120 hertz, the magnetic field is very linear, have a very linear response to the response for these kind of sensors. So in addition to these spintronic sensors, I also designed another kind of sensors called thin film magnetoelectrical sensors. So during my 6-month exchange in Germany, so this kind of sensor will convert the magnetic field to the polarizations that will be the changes of electrical charge. So this is totally a very passive sensor without the external battery, and also will have a very high sensitivity and small physical dimensions, and also can operate at room temperature with very slow power consumption. And as you can see, this is what I've done in Germany. So with my collaborators, so this is how the sensor looks like and mounted on the PCB board. So just quickly summarize that in order to design this miniaturized magnetic sensors, so the modeling plays a key role to validate the design. The first one is the biosignal modeling to simulate the biomagnetic signal in reality, and device modeling to simulate sensor behavior with different geometry and material combinations with the finite elements analyzed, and circuit modeling to design the sensor interface. And after that, it's the fabrications. And thanks my two collaborators in Germany and Portugal. And last is the experiments. You can play with the sensor with different applications. And after that, you can change your modeling results based on your experiment results that can be from the closed loop. And that's what I've done during my 3-year PhD. So in the following slides, I will briefly to show that the two main projects I've done with these magnetic sensors. The first one is I call it the human-machine interfacing. So in collaboration with the University of Edinburgh and Imperial College London. So traditionally, we detect the signal from muscle movement will be electrically with electrical pads. But you know this when your muscle move, the action potential will transfer from muscle fiber. This changing action potential will also produce the magnetic fields. And our human body is open way for such tiny magnetic fields. So our target is to utilize our miniaturized magnetic platform to capture that changes. because currently this project is on the pattern, I only can show a very basic design. So as you can see this is our recent demo. That's our wearable devices. So due to my solution that's utilize the modular for multi-channel. That's in total is 64 channels. And also I utilize the street technique for noise cancellations in real time. And also with high channel ADC and also some shielding materials. So this whole device is robust and reliable with very good temperature stability and with very low power consumption and also importantly operate at room temperature. Finally, this whole integrated devices can transfer data to your smartphone or laptop. That's user interface through the Bluetooth module. So if we go to the next page, I don't know why it's no response. Maybe just wait a second. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes.
I think it because the next page is the figure is very large.
Oh, I see.
So
yeah.
Just wait a second. So what's the time? How many minutes left?
You still have some time.
Okay, no problem. Just give me 8 minutes.
Can you help? Maybe close, restart it?
I think so. Yeah, come. Okay. Now, next page. Just start.
You tasted before. Before you show the video before.
Just wait a second. Sorry. Just stop sharing and try. Just open the game. Yeah, seems like there's some technical issue. So just restart the program. Okay, open it again. And just go to the page 14. The page 14 just shows some results. Yeah.
It's not issue.
Maybe so this page just shows our measurement results with your muscle is muscle tense or when your muscle relaxed. I just want to show that's different signals. Okay, perfect. So when your muscle contracts, the 200 picosecond magnetic field is detected. So that is the pure signal we want. And approximately 20 to 330 picosecond was detected during your muscle relaxed. So that's the noise activity. Okay, we just skip this page. Yeah. Just go to the page 15.
Just skip this page.
Yeah. So, yeah, the page is stuck. It's just some results for the measurements when your muscle is movement. So the second application I'm working on is called lab-on-chip platform. So we developed a portable and handleable magnetic-based platform for the malaria diagnostics. Because in the malaria parasites, they have a paramagnetic particles inside. We can magnify that particles, and then we can detect the signal in another directions. So as you can see in the right figure, so that is the platform we designed with sensor central interface and also the 1 Tesla herb array. So we can identify the presence of Thymidine in the malaria-infected red blood samples, and the maximal number of parasites in red blood cell is 18 to 50%. So I'm working on this project as a research technician and funded by the Wellcome Trust Partnership. And as you can see, I developed a different version of the platform with 3D printings. So both are very handleable and portable, and they can they can show the data on LCD screen, touch screen, or they can show the data on a smartphone via the Bluetooth. Just some measurement setup with sensor interface, sensor interface, and also the Hamilton sample is sealed with a plastic bag, and we receive it from our medical school. So, and you can see they can show in the results in the user interface in real time. So, so this is just some results. You can see that the clear difference between the Hamilton samples and clean water, and also the unaffected red blood cell. So, and you can see the figure C shows that the pure thing after filtering. So, so the right side shows that just some comparison between the clean water, the unaffected blood cell, and the two different samples. And currently, we are working on to quantify the particles inside of the samples, but it's very hard at the moment. So, so this is the two main project I've done during my PhD. So what we play with our magnetic sensors. So in summary, so my main project will be the to design the wearable and implantable devices to detect the magnetic field from muscle movements. So that can be utilized for the health monitoring, diagnosis of muscle nerve diseases, also for the motor rehabilitations, or we can control the prosthetic hands. So with this ultra-sensitive and low-power magnetic sensors, it can be utilized for a lot of high spatial resolution applications, because currently the electrical methods is limited by its spatial resolutions. So the magnetic signal will have the same temporal resolutions, but can have the significantly higher spatial resolutions. So this kind of platform can be utilized for different user industries, such as healthcare, education, and manufacturing, also for the gaming, and also consumer electronics. Currently, recently we spring out a company from the University of Glasgow, and we are working with a very multinational company from US to develop the new generation platform for the external reality. So, so lastly, I would like to thank all my collaborators in the industry and academia. So if you would like to know more about our project and our group, you can follow us in the different social medias. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm happy to take over any questions.
Thank you very much. This is pretty nice talk.
Thank you.
So, any question?
Yes, Najin has one question. Hello, can you hear?
Thank you so much. Really good talk. And my question is, your device is kind of the magnetic field driven device,
Yes,
right? So
yes.
which means you have the kind of the limited device switching of on speed. Can you comment on that?
So sorry, what do you mean?
I mean, normally it's electronically driven device
Yes.
has much faster.
You mean the delay?
On off, yeah, delay of your signal.
Okay, currently yeah, definitely we have some delay, but currently we can, the major delays is from the Bluetooth module. So if we connect with the wire, so with wire connections, the delay is very slow, yeah, at the moment. So
not much effect.
So the main challenge is for the movements artifacts, because during your muscle or your body movements, so that will be produce some low frequency noise, but that can be filtering, and we can resolve this problem in three methods. We can firstly in this device aspect point of view, so we can add some magnetic shielding layers. Secondly, for the system level, and we utilized two different techniques in the circuit domain to cancel the low frequency noise, and also we utilized the active compensation technique to compensate your movements in real time. And certainly, so this problem also can be received from the software part. We also utilize the different algorithm to try to resolve this problem. So overall, after utilize these three kind of methods, so the delay and the noise and the movement artifacts can all be resolved. Yeah.
Thank you. And I have one question.
Yes.
You mentioned about the low power consumption.
Yes.
So what's the value?
So today I introduced two magnetic sensors. So for the first sensor, is powered by the voltage bias. So that didn't have too much. The main power consumption is from electronic parts.
Okay.
But from today, the first slide I showing that the bulky device utilized in the hospital. So we just compare that's bulky and expensive devices. So and also our devices can utilized without the laptop. So you didn't need to connect your devices with your laptop, just using the Bluetooth. So that also can dramatically reduce the power consumptions. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, we have a question, Mr. Nancy. Can you hear us? Hello? Can you hear us?
Oh, okay, you have a question. Okay.
We have a question from Nanji.
Okay, no problem.
It's a very nice talk, which actually causes our interest. I have a few questions. Maybe I'm asking your comment on if the film are not soft, then the film between the film and the muscle, you need some filling between, or otherwise the muscle has a shape, and your film maybe the substrate is rigid. Or if your substrate are not rigid, are flexible, then your magnetic field may be affected seriously. Can you give comment on this?
Thank you for these questions. Maybe I don't know if I understand clearly or not. So, firstly, from my perspective, so our wearable devices is non-invasive detections. That means the sensors will not contact with your human skin. So they will have very small distance between your human skin and the sensors. So they don't have any side effects of sensors. So maybe it will be good if you can repeat your questions in a simple way. Thank you.
I think you already understand what I'm talking about. The muscle is not flat. If your sensor is flat, cannot be bent or cannot be flexible, the gap between your detector and the muscle varies, and that will affect your measurement result. Am I right?
I understand what you are saying. So you mean during your muscle movements, the distance between your muscle fiber and your sensors will be changing all the time, right? So
of course that will, but at the beginning your sensor is flat, right?
No, so our sensor is not flexible. So at the moment it's the wearable format. It's not flexible, but we currently will also design for the implantable things. So for that implantable device, it's well integrated on the flexible substrate, so that will be flexible.
Okay, I think we need an offline discussion.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm very happy to have further discussion with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.